Hey, this is Mike with TechsTalk. Right now I'm going to be bringing you not a tutorial, but just kind of a walkthrough on some of the parts you'll find inside of a laptop that you can easily get to, and if you need to switch out, you can do it without having to go to the repair shop, pay, $60, $80, $100. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Again, I might show you a couple things that are actually inside the laptop, deep down, that you shouldn't mess with, but for the most part, these are things that I consider to be customer replaceable, meaning that I can give a customer instructions over the phone how to swap these out, and I'm fairly confident that they're pretty hard to screw up, or pretty fail-safe. First thing, your optical drive. These do occasionally go up in laptops. Thankfully, they're pretty easy to switch out. Most of the laptops today have the same optical drive. They're really a slim line. They look a lot different than obviously the ones you have in your desktop. And the ones today have what's called a serial ATA connection, and what that basically is it's a faster connection than the old IDE parallel ATA or just ATA connection. This little connector here is what goes into the computer, makes the connection. That's your data and your power. This particular model, you push it into the side of the laptop, and then right there is a screw will go up through there, and that's all that's going to hold your CD/DVD drive in the laptop. So pretty easy replacement. If you're not sure, give your local computer shop a call, shoot me an email, or get up with me on Twitter, the website, whatever, and somebody can provide you with some guidance there. You don't need to have that fixed by a computer shop. Hard drives. This here, I'm not even going to spend much time on this. All laptops use 2.5-inch hard drives. It's a smaller standard than the desktop hard drives because you don't want to be lugging around the weight of a 2 or 3 pound hard drive, obviously. This one doesn't get used anymore. This is what's called the old parallel ATA IDE standard. It has 39 pins for a 40-wire cable. There really isn't the actual cable in the laptop because it just plugs into a connector. You won't see these used anymore. They're outdated. Buying them is actually kind of pricey because nobody supports the technology anymore. But that's what they look like. So pretty much on the outside they look the same as the newer serial ATA hard drives, which you'll see that's what this is here. It's got a data side, power side. It's got little jumper pins there. You'll never use those. There's only one hard drive in a laptop. If you're from the days of old and you remember master slave cable select, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Here we've got, it's the connector. This end that you're looking at now is the end that goes into the laptop and actually plugs into the motherboard. This end is the connector, SATA connector, that goes into the back of the hard drive. And again, really easy to do. I'm not doing a tutorial on swapping out parts, but all you have to do is just match up your sides, pop it in there, and to disconnect, it's the same thing backwards. Pull it out. So yeah, hard drives are pretty easy to do. Occasionally you'll have a little caddy or a cover or one of those sort of doohickeys. I have a couple sitting right here. I have them all over the place. This is a hard cover, and that sits over the circuit board side of the laptop, and this little tab here, because the cover will actually be mounted to the hard drive, you can pull the entire thing out of the mounting assembly on the laptop. They also have soft covers, which you'll see just as often. Again, slides over the circuit board side. This one was from a really screwed up computer, so it won't fit on there right. But same theory applies. You screw it onto the laptop, and you can use these little tabs to pull the whole hard drive out of the connector. So that's my minute and a half on hard drives. Okay, next up, probably the thing that most people will have any experience with in laptops is the RAM. Current standards on RAM is DDR3. I haven't heard any word yet about DDR4 coming out anytime soon, so hopefully they'll hold off on that for a bit so this video can get some views. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, this here is DDR3. The difference between the two is not really important as far as the end user is concerned. They'll function a little bit faster. Usually over 1,000 megahertz. Your older ones might only run at 800 megahertz. But physically the difference is on your old DDR2s, the notch is further offset from the center than it is in the DDR3s, where it's, you can't really see that there. Again, that's the DDR3. The notch is closer to the center than it is in the DDR2, where it's a lot more offset to the side. So just make sure you check your user manual for your computer. If it has one of these little stickers on it, like HP does, replace with HP spare, you can just look up the part number and you'll find out what kind of RAM it is, even if you're not going to buy it from them. It can be easier if you don't really know what you're doing. Sometimes not. The label underneath will tell you. It'll say, like this one says PC3, that's DDR3, PC2 is DDR2. And you're going to be asking for a kind of RAM called SODIMM RAM. That is Slim Outline Dual Inline Memory Module. Just remember SODIMM, or tell them laptop RAM. They'll know what to get you. A couple other things that you might see you really shouldn't play with though, because there's no need to take them out unless they're broken. This is your Wi-Fi, your wireless network, and how that works is it slides into the motherboard and you'll see reflection. Let me focus that a little bit. And you'll see it's got the two little holes on the ends. Those are where the screws go to mount it to the motherboard, and then you've got lead connectors here and here, just inside of either screw hole. And those are where you will put your leads at that run up into your screen, and they receive the signal that lets you get online and watch this video. Same thing here, different adapter, and again same thing but a much smaller adapter that I just dropped. Again, you can still see the same thing. It's got the connectors and the screw holes on it. Just a kind of quickie preview. This is a laptop processor. It is an AMD, I think it's an X2, Phenom X2 dual core processor. Lots of tiny little pins, I think there's several hundred. I don't remember exactly how many's on this, but there's thermal paste on these to conduct the heat away from the processor. This is really deep down inside the laptop. If you have to have this replaced, have a laptop shop do it. Have somebody who knows what they're doing do it, because you can cause more damage than good if you get in there and start playing with parts and you're not quite sure what you're doing. Other things, this is a power jack, and thankfully this computer is actually a pretty easy one to replace, because you just sit it in the slot, plug the other end into the motherboard, good to go. Other stuff out here, there's a battery you can see. Again, not something I usually predict most users needing to replace. Easy if you needed to have it done. I wouldn't do it yourself though. Here's a webcam assembly, came out of an old Acer laptop. Again, don't do it yourself. Let somebody who knows what they're doing do it for you. And I think that's about it for this video. Be sure to check back in the next couple days, because I have this handy little thing sitting over here, and this is an HP netbook. Actually, a customer dropped it off, wanted it fixed, and never picked it back up. So we're going to take a look at this. We're also going to look at the motherboard. We're going to see how all this fits together, and finally we'll take a look at how you're getting online to view this video. So this has been Mike with TechsTalk, www.techstalk.com. Catch us on Twitter at TECHTA1K, and you can catch me on Twitter at MDTechService. So this has been Mike. Check back, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and I'm going to shut up, and thanks for watching.